how I always operate. I mean, it's nothing changed in that game of thinking. You be the best, you fight the best, you prove you're the best by continuing to do what? Continue to beat the best in that division. I mean, this is something that I want to make boxing get back to, and I want to be able to support. Not only what Oscar echoed earlier at the press conference, that the best should fight the best, and if they don't fight the best, then the fans and people will not buy or even watch. So when people are voted in my division, I want to fight the ones that people don't want to fight, and that's been a pattern in my career, is that I always took on the toughest fights in my division, and there's no really surprise for people that have been knowing me and been following me, is that I always took on the best in my division and also in the past. So this is something new to me, but it's something refreshing to others when they see fighters that really don't want to fight or they want to hide behind their mouthpiece of people that represent them.
What experience do you think the fans will get out of this event?
Well, when you got a crusher and a guy that comes in only to destroy and to knock you out, you have a clash. You have a clash of excitement, and you have a clash of who has the will, who has the talent, and who wants the victory. And you put all those ingredients together. I mean, it's not a good thing to sit back and say, well, this fight's not going to be really that exciting. I don't know this guy, I don't know that guy, but I know this guy. When you go to those fights and you go to the fights to see the best fight the best, and when you have a dangerous puncher out there who has 90% or 88%, whatever the number is, ratio on knockouts, then he only knows that, and he's only been successful with that. Why should he do anything different, or at least try to do anything different? On that note, that makes excitement, that makes I want to see, and the curiosity of can he do it to Bernard Hopkins is more at risk, at chance right now.
You say age is not a factor. Do you prepare yourself mentally? Is there something that you do specifically mentally and physically for your fights?
No, it's nothing to do. It's nothing that I do that I haven't been doing for years, other than taking all my opponents very, very seriously and understanding that I know my tools, I know my capabilities, and I push myself beyond those things. So when you look at that, not just the accolades of what I've done in the past, because the past is something good to look at if you want to remember how you were and where you was at. But only the past is not something that I look at and I say I've done it before, I can do it again. You've done it then, you have to prove you can do it again. And those words, that way, and that mindset, it keeps me from getting to the point where I become a person that lives by yesterday and not look for tomorrow, or operate in today's environment. That's why it's hard to be the guy that brings the body but also brings the mental toughness to better withstand any challenge that he faces in or out of the ring.
Bernard, you was at the last fight. You was at the last fight for Sergey Kovalev. What's the strengths and weaknesses that you got out of that fight?
And I would tell you that the strength and weakness that he has is he fighting Bernard Hopkins.
What's your prediction on the fight, Bernard? Are you going to beat him on points and knock him out? What's your strategy there?
I would take whatever is presented to me and use it and exploit it. I'll think you'll see around the third and fourth round when he normally knocks people out, that you'll see something that you've seen and witnessed before. And I think that some will get comfortable in their chair and sit back. When their shoulders was up, they'll just sit back and they'll just go along with the rounds and a ride that I've been taking them on for many years. Every round is different, as you know, could be in the fight. This fight can change from one way to another, pace, action, but I'm looking to be victorious, and I'm looking to expose that a punch is not always the key to open the lock.
You see in the fight, what made you take this fight that you could beat him?
Because the perception is Stevenson, first of all, I believe I can beat the guy. Second, the perception is that Stevenson left to HBO to go to Showtime because he didn't want to fight Kovalev. Well, if that's the perception, which it is, to most, not all, fans, then whooping Kovalev would gain the fans that I didn't have, would bring me right there in a big percentage of being the undisputed. And what's most important is it would enhance my legacy to a point where I will recreate another list that doesn't say pound for pound. It'd be a list with very few names on there, I would say, and my name will be the first.
And when you beat this guy, will you get the proper level of respect afforded to you, or will people just say, well, no, he was exposed and he wasn't all bad?
I get the respect. I really do believe I got respect years ago in the game. See, not getting props from, say, 100 people, but it's thousands that do, it's a numbers game. Listen, everybody, no matter what I do, or no matter the great Michael Jordan, the great before him, no matter sometimes what you do is always going to be, you got to. Well, I heard that with a lot of undefeated fighters that I fought that supposed to have beaten me. So to me, I'm kind of immune to it, for good or bad. I've been in a situation when Pavlik, Cloud, what's this? A couple of more. Hold up. Undefeated. Guys Tarver went undefeated, but Tarver, you can't fight a battle like that, where no matter what you do, you're gonna not change their mind. It's just what it is. So I don't even get frustrated about it. I'm thinking like, I'm hoping I'm the underdog in this fight. I'm really hoping I come in like 7-2, because 9 out of 10 it ain't a boxing person who making their odds, right? There's some guy sitting somewhere or whatever, right? Think about it. They see 49, those odds jumping off that 49. So a lot of my guys, my street guys, you know what I mean? My street guys, right? Corporate guys, gambling guys, a lot of them going to make some money, because it's going to come down to a 31-year-old fighting a 49-year-old, and they're going to make the odds based on that. A lot of my guys are going to get paid. Seriously, they're going to drop, and they coming from Philly, and they coming from Maryland. I got the whole tri-state area. I do great numbers there. They coming down with, and if I got to lose, I got to fight them. So I can't fight two. So they're going to make a whole lot of money.